Time now for the morning rush. We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Not seeing anything in the way of rain or snow today, just some high clouds here and there. There is going to be cooler temperatures out across the eastern side of the state, but you can leave the rain gear at home. We are going to be looking at those dry conditions today, tomorrow, and even into Saturday. Crystal?
You get ready to head out the door. We are following the day's top local stories. We start with Fernanda Lopez.
The aunts of Jeremiah Valencia, the 13-year-old boy found buried near Nambe, are speaking out about their nephew and the sad circumstances surrounding his murder.
But we didn't know this was gonna happen. All these kids, they don't deserve to go through this. They don't.
Now, they describe him as a good kid who always had a smile. They say when they got the news that Jeremiah's remains had been found, they couldn't believe their nephew was gone. Samantha Valencia says she last heard from her nephew in July when he wanted to be picked up, but his mom kept him away. More on how the community is remembering Jeremiah coming up in the 5 Facts. Crystal?
On to other news happening right now. The president still considering whether to release a controversial memo critical of the FBI about the Russia investigation. It was written by Republican House Committee Chair Devin Nunes. In a letter released last night, though, Democrat Adam Schiff accused Nunes of making substantive changes to the memo before sharing it with the White House counsel. The 4-page document alleges abuses by the FBI and DOJ. The FBI is strongly advising against its release. On to other news happening today, the president said to travel to West Virginia to address Republican lawmakers at their annual policy retreat. It's the same retreat several members of Congress were heading to when they got into a deadly train crash with a garbage truck yesterday. The NTSB is now on scene. They say their next move is to find the data recorders or black boxes from the scene, then determine what happened. On to breaking news at 6. Actor Robert Wagner has been named as a person of interest in the 1981 death of actress Natalie Wood. Wood was out sailing with Wagner, Christopher Walken, and Captain Dennis Davern when she mysteriously went overboard. She was later found dead. It was ruled an accidental drowning, but since the case was reopened, new evidence shows her cause of death to be ruled undetermined. Alleged witnesses say they saw Wood and Wagner fighting before she went overboard. Now he's being named a person of interest. On to news new this morning. An 18-year-old high schooler accused of raping a fellow student on campus is expected in court today. Police say it happened at Rio Grande High School in December. Police say David Salcido was hanging out with a 15-year-old girl in the computer lab when he's accused of forcing her to have sex with him. Police say Salcido admitted the girl told him multiple times to stop, but that he thought it was consensual. He's facing rape charges this morning. He's expected to appear for a scheduled conferencing. On to news happening right now. Bipartisan package of proposals meant to curb crime is heading to the full House for a vote. This after clearing another committee. It includes 6 bills like the one that would push jails and prisons to screen more inmates for health problems and connect them with treatment services. We'll let you know when it will be voted on. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index at a 3, dealing with breezy conditions at times. Those winds 10 to 20 out of the northwest, and chilly temperatures out there now in the 30s, but no problems with those afternoon highs as we climb back into the mid-60s underneath that mostly sunny sky. Sarah.
Scientists at Sandia National Labs have designed a hot air balloon that could play a role in national defense by detecting low-frequency sounds. It only took about $50 to build the solar-powered balloon. Attached to it is a reusable infrasound sensor and GPS tracker. Geophysicists did their first operational flight in 2016, where they recorded an explosion nearly 200 miles away. Now they're proposing working with the National Nuclear Security Administration to improve the nation's capability to detect and characterize underground nuclear explosions. Crystal?
Here's an interesting report, new at 6. Love is in the air, just not so much at the office these days. Career Builder reports office romance has hit a 10-year low, possibly because of the current climate around sexual harassment. The survey reveals 36% of workers admitted to dating a coworker, down from 41% in 2016. New this morning, construction cones will soon be going up across the city of Santa Fe. According to the Santa Fe New Mexican, the city council recently approved $11 million in street improvements. The money comes from the city's share of the gasoline tax. Officials say resurfacing work will begin in March on more than a dozen roads, to include busy roads like Rodeo and Paseo de Peralta. Construction is said to take 3 years to complete. Kristen.
Time now for a check on traffic. We do have an accident being reported on Paradise eastbound. It's in the left turn lane as you turn left to go northbound on Golf Course. That is blocked because of that accident that is. So we'll keep tabs on it. At this point, it's the only incident out there.
Some pretty cool news for you on this Thursday morning. A film about the New Mexico artist behind Male Wolf will be featured at an upcoming film festival. The documentary, Male Wolf Origin Story, will have its world premiere at the 2018 South by Southwest in March. It follows a group of artists and how they deal with challenges in their life. The film festival takes place in Austin, Texas.
Wait, gold coins.
How many are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these things.
What is it? Yeah, that's Kendall Fortson, who just moved to China from Albuquerque. He was hanging a painting and noticed panels that were actually cabinets. Inside, he found all of that treasure. Now, he believes all the items are worth about $15,000.
Wow.
What a find, huh?
Makes you want to tear up your house, just looking for treasure.
I know there has to be something here. I'd probably find a dime.
Right.
All right, time for the 5 facts.
We'll begin with number 5. A little girl's dream of going to Disney World is coming true after a big surprise at halftime during the NMSU Aggies game. Make-A-Wish even brought out 5-year-old Kayla Mackey's favorite princesses to tell her the news. Kayla has a congenital heart defect and has already survived reconstructive heart surgery, but even when she's in the hospital, she always has her princess crown on. Kayla is most excited to see Princess Ariel.
Aw, she
Dear
is so
sweet.
precious. So happy for her. Number 4 now, the APD officer who adopted a baby from a drug-addicted couple is now helping the couple in their recovery. We checked this morning. He's raised $13,000 so far through a GoFundMe account. Officer Ryan Holitz met the couple while on duty patrolling the area where they were camping. The woman, Crystal, gave birth, and Officer Holitz and his wife promised to adopt her. They named her Hope. Officer Holitz is now helping her biological parents turn their lives around by starting a GoFundMe account. He hopes the money will go toward housing and health care once the couple gets out of rehab. So far, they've been sober for 40 days.
At number 3, temperatures cooler over eastern New Mexico today. You're dropping about 15 to 30 degrees behind yesterday's highs. Albuquerque about the same. That goes for most of the western 2/3 of the state. We're going to stick with those low to mid 60s for the next several days. Sunshine overhead, although increasing winds coming in by the start of the weekend.
Number 2 now, state budget is headed to the Senate after passing the House. The governor says it needs more work, though, before it makes it to her desk. House lawmakers voted in favor of a $6.32 billion budget for next fiscal year. The spending plan would increase pay for teachers, top elected officials, and state workers, plus money for infrastructure repairs. However, the governor says it leaves law enforcement and Albuquerque's DA sorely underfunded. She wants the Senate to address those issues first. On to number 1 now. We expect new details today in the case of the teen boy who was found dead. His mom, her boyfriend, and his son charged for his death. This morning, though, we are focusing on him. There is a growing memorial right outside of 13-year-old Jeremiah Valencia's home. Last night, a candlelight vigil was held for him at the Nambe Community Center. His aunt says that he was always smiling. He had a quirky little smile like the ones you saw in the pictures there.